Hey, what's up everyone? It's Boundless Expeditions back with another adventure, and this time we're diving deep into the heart of the Pacific Northwest. This place is known for its epic landscapes, towering trees, misty mountains, rugged coastlines. You've seen the postcards. But trust me, there's a whole other side to this place that most people never get to see. We're talking about hidden waterfalls tucked away in ancient forests, secret beaches with views that'll blow your mind, and trails that lead to some of the most serene spots on Earth. This isn't about following the crowds, this is about uncovering the Pacific Northwest's best-kept secrets. So if you're down for an adventure off the beaten path, if you're ready to experience the Pacific Northwest like never before, then hit that subscribe button and come along for the ride. Let's go. Alright, so we're deep in the Olympic National Park, and I mean deep. We've been hiking for hours, like, seriously, my legs are screaming at me right now. But let me tell you, it's all about to be worth it. We're on the hunt for this waterfall, right? It's not on any of the regular maps, no tourist signs or anything. Found it on this old blog, some guy rambling about a hidden waterfall with, get this, a mystical vibe. The trail's getting narrower, the forest is getting denser, almost feels like we're stepping back in time. Sun's barely peeking through the canopy now. The air is thick with the scent of moss and damp earth. You can hear the sound of the river getting louder, which means we're close. Hold up, gotta scramble over these rocks. Okay, almost there. And boom! There it is, guys. The hidden waterfall. The water's cascading down these moss-covered rocks, creating this mist that hangs in the air. The sunlight's catching the spray, making it look like a million tiny diamonds are floating around. This place, it's got this energy, you know? It's peaceful, but it's also powerful. This is the Pacific Northwest at its most raw, its most magical. Alright, so we've traded the dense forests for the rugged coastline. The Pacific Northwest coast is wild, man, like untamed beauty at its finest. We're talking towering cliffs that plunge straight into the ocean, waves crashing against the rocks, the smell of salt and sea air hitting you full force. And today, we're on a mission to find this hidden cove. I'd heard whispers about it from a local fisherman, said it was a place of incredible beauty, a secret haven away from the crowds. Now finding this cove, it wasn't easy. We had to hike down this treacherous path, like seriously, one wrong step and you're tumbling down to the beach below. But hey, that's all part of the adventure, right? And trust me, the view from down here, it makes it all worthwhile. The cove is nestled between these two massive cliffs, hidden from view from the main trail. It's like this perfect little pocket of paradise. The sand is white and fine, the water is this incredible shade of turquoise blue, so clear you can see straight to the bottom. And the silence, it's almost deafening. Just the sound of the waves lapping against the shore and the cry of the seagulls overhead. This is the kind of place where you can just completely disconnect. No phones, no distractions, just you and the raw beauty of nature. We're gonna spend the day here exploring the tide pools, maybe even do some snorkeling if we're feeling adventurous. This is what it's all about, man. Finding these hidden gems, these pockets of peace and quiet in a world that's constantly moving. These are the experiences that stay with you long after you've left. The secret mountain trail. Alright, so today we're ditching the coast and heading for the mountains. The Pacific Northwest mountains, they're something else, man. We're talking towering peaks, snow-capped even in the summer, alpine meadows bursting with wildflowers, and forests so thick and green they seem to swallow you whole. And we're about to hike this trail, right? It's not on most maps. Got a tip from this old-timer at a gas station, said it was the most beautiful trail he'd ever hiked. He called it the path less traveled, said it would lead us to a vista that would blow our minds. Now I'm always up for a challenge, especially when it involves stunning views. So here we are, geared up and ready to discover what this secret trail has to offer. The trail starts off pretty mellow, winding through this dense forest of Douglas fir and western hemlock. The air is cool and crisp, scented with pine needles and damp earth. The sunlight's filtering through the canopy, creating this dappled effect on the forest floor. We're surrounded by the sounds of nature, the chirping of birds, the rustling of leaves, the distant rush of a hidden waterfall. But as we hike further, the trail starts to climb. We're talking switchbacks, steep inclines, and the occasional scramble over rocks. But with every step, the view just gets better and better. We're starting to climb above the tree line now, and the forest is opening up to reveal these incredible vistas. We can see for miles in every direction, snow-capped peaks piercing the clouds, valleys blanketed in a sea of green, and the winding ribbon of the river below. And then, we finally reach it. the vista. And it's even more breathtaking than I could have imagined. It's like the whole world is spread out before us. The mountains are so close you feel like you could reach out and touch them. Tranquility at the forest lake. Alright, so today we're venturing off the map again, deeper into the heart of the Cascade Mountains. We're on a mission to find this hidden forest lake, a place so secluded, so peaceful, that it's said to have this almost mystical tranquility about it. Now, I'd heard whispers about this lake from a local park ranger, a seasoned outdoorsman who spent a lifetime exploring these mountains. He described it as a place of profound stillness, a hidden gem untouched by the crowds, where the only sounds you'll hear are the whisper of the wind through the trees and the gentle lapping of the water against the shore. Now, finding this lake, it wasn't easy. We're talking about navigating unmarked trails, bushwhacking through dense undergrowth and relying on intuition and a little bit of luck. But as we push deeper into the wilderness, the sounds of civilization fade away, replaced by the symphony of the forest. The air grows cooler, damper, and the sunlight struggles to penetrate the dense canopy overhead. There's a sense of mystery here, a feeling that we're entering a place untouched by time. And then, through a break in the trees, we see it. The forest lake. It's like something out of a dream. The water is this incredible shade of emerald green, reflecting the surrounding trees like a mirror. A thin mist hangs over the surface, giving the lake an ethereal, otherworldly quality. The air is still, silent except for the gentle rustling of leaves and the occasional chirping of a bird. We stand there for a moment, just taking it all in, feeling the tranquility of this hidden sanctuary wash over us. This is the kind of place where you can truly disconnect from the outside world, where you can quiet your mind and reconnect with nature. We spend the day exploring the shores of the lake, discovering hidden waterfalls cascading down moss-covered rocks, and observing the wildlife that call this place home. Journey to the Undiscovered Island. Alright, for this adventure we're going completely off the grid. We're talking about an island, a tiny speck of land off the coast of Washington that's completely uninhabited. No roads, no buildings, just raw, untouched wilderness. I found it while poring over old nautical charts, a name scribbled in faded ink, Forgotten Isle. It sparked this immediate curiosity in me, this need to know what secrets this forgotten place held. Now, getting there, that's a whole other story. We're talking about chartering a small sailboat, battling choppy waters and relying on old-school navigation skills. The kind of journey that makes you feel like a real explorer, you know? The air is thick with salt spray, the wind whipping through our hair, the sound of the waves crashing against the hull of the boat. And then, through the mist, we see it. Forgotten Isle. It's even more wild and rugged than I imagined. Towering cliffs rise up from the sea, pounded by relentless waves. The island is covered in dense forest, a tangle of trees that look like they've been battling the elements for centuries. Finding a place to land the boat is tricky, but we managed to find a small cove sheltered from the worst of the waves. Stepping onto the shore, it's like stepping back in time. The air is silent, except for the cries of seabirds and the crashing of the waves. There are no signs of human life, just pristine beaches, hidden coves, and a sense of isolation that's both exhilarating and a little unnerving. We spend the next few days exploring the island, discovering hidden waterfalls, ancient trees twisted into fantastical shapes, and tide pools teeming with life. We camp under the stars, the sound of the waves lulling us to sleep. Being on Forgotten Isle, it's a humbling experience. Until the next adventure, so there you have it guys, a glimpse into some of the hidden gems of the Pacific Northwest. From secret waterfalls and hidden coves to undiscovered islands and breathtaking mountain vistas, this place is full of surprises. And this is just the tip of the iceberg, man. The Pacific Northwest is vast, wild, and full of endless possibilities for adventure. If you're looking for an experience that's off the beaten path, that's raw, real, and unforgettable, then this is the place to be. So get out there, explore, discover, and create your own adventures. And if you're ready to explore the Pacific Northwest's hidden gems, don't forget to subscribe to Boundless Expeditions for more incredible adventures. See you on the next journey. Safe travels.